Hi there, my name is Kronenberg and welcome to my channel. This is a film review of The Remains. It's a horror, it came out in 2016, it's a 15, it's an hour and 25 minutes. Amazon is 3.6 out of 5, IMDb is 3.7 out of 10. I'll read the IMDb, well they're both the same, I'll read the IMDb synopsis. When a family moves into an old Victorian home, they discover a chest in the attic containing antiques inhabited by an evil spirit. As the antiques slowly possess each family member, the spirit grows stronger. I apologise, my voice is a bit croaky because I'm getting a cold, and I'm also recording late at night, so I can't really talk very loudly. So the director is Thomas Della Bella, who directed, Open House. It's a short. It actually looks like the same sort of image as this one, but it's only 13 minutes long, so maybe that was like the the pitching thing for the producers. I don't know. Producers, there's 6 of them, but with producer on we have Eric B. Fleischman, who produced Sacramento, and Sean Tabibian, okay, Tabibian, who produced The Clinic. And music was by Giona Ostinelli, who did Red Sonja. The cast, we have Todd Lowe, who was John, who was in the series True Blood, he's on the left. Hannah Nordberg, who was Victoria, and she was in Overboard, she's on the right. Dash Williams was Aidan, was in Fresh Off the Boat, the series, he's in the front. He, whatever. And Brooke Butler is Izzy, and she was in A Day to Die, and she's at the back. Ashley Crow was Claire, who was in the series Heroes, and Lisa Brenner was Melissa, was in Say My Name. It was filmed in 329 Melrose Avenue, Monrovia, California. It's also known as The Girl Upstairs in Norway. And apparently the house is the same house used in the movie House. Now, I've not seen that in a long time. It's an old film, 1985. House 1 was good, House 2 was good, House 3 was different. But yeah, definitely recommend that one. Just jumping sideways here. So it starts with this crappy sign from Madame Addison's House of Spiritualism, sorry. And then there's a couple knocking at this old house. I was like, well, this is a bit shit. But then I realised it's apparently 1891, hence the sign. So it looks like this couple are searching with their daughter. Hubby's a skeptic, as usual. Now it's 3 a.m, the witching hour, the time when the barrier between the living and the dead is the thinnest. I might have a bash at that myself on a weekend, not with the Ouija boards and stuff like that, but I'm curious if spirits do float around at 3 a.m. in the morning. Although with the amount of horror films I've seen, I'm not so sure I want to do that. The old tap once for yes, and the seance begins. You know that if ever you go to a seance and told not to break the circle, you don't. It wasn't a great night for all those involved. And this was all before the music and the credits. It was good music, images of, well, I'm going to assume the same house. And as usual, the house is bloody huge, because they're house hunting. You know, it's never a little bloody, I don't know if you have back-to-backs in America, but it's never one of those, like, little terrace houses or something. Apparently the eldest daughter isn't thrilled about moving, plus she's constantly on her phone, which is of the times, I suppose. What I do like is that they have just arrived that day, and now it's night time, and they still haven't unpacked. You know, like plates or stuff. You know, like real life. Normally in films, it's sort of they move in, and that night time they're sitting down having a full English or whatever, you know, a full-blown meal, and everything's all put away. But in this one, it's reality. In fact, most of the time through the entire film, they're still dicking about with boxes. It's 3 a.m, and something's happened in Aidan's room. Now, I was wondering if the 3 a.m. will be the time all nights that something would happen. So, looks like Izzy, and I think a boyfriend, from where they used to live, like sexting. There's no images as such, well, not that I can see anyway. But she was in the shower. She sent a text saying, "I have something for you." And we home in on the floor. This towel drops down, and then you hear this photo click. You think, yeah. Now Melissa, the neighbour's just popped around to say hi, and is already looking at baking a cake for them. Now, is that a thing in America, where neighbours literally come round and offer to bake a cake or bring some fruit around? I've seen that in a couple of films. It doesn't really happen much in the UK. The dog is up. I apologise. Is he going to come downstairs? He better not. Now, the remains of the house, or part of this package, are interesting. Not sure I'd be thrilled with stuff staying in the house from a family from 100 years ago, but apparently that was part of the deal. It was confusing because at the very beginning they said, "Oh, we had to get away. We've come here, fresh new start. Oh my God, we're far away from everybody. Why did I have to leave school and all this business?" But I don't think they moved very far away. I mean, Izzy was saying, "Why do we have to move away from our friends? New school, right?" And then she just texts the boyfriend, and he's literally there in minutes. But none of the kids have been at school yet. But you're like, well, where did you move to? Just down the road? I must admit, I wish I could see ghosts as vivid as these. The actual proper ghosts. I mean, I don't see ghosts anyway. I mean, not the wafty, spirity things, but an actual full-blown person stood there. I'll probably crap myself, but it'd be quite nice to see. It looks like Dad can't cook to save his life, right? Because Aiden's just asked if they're having takeaway every night for dinner. Dad didn't look pleased. There's a reason why Mum's not there. I'm not explaining why. It seems the two young kids are relaxing, watching Night of the Living Dead. And it's daytime, right? Because I recognise the film. It's a bit of a shit film, to be brutally honest. I prefer the Return of the Living Dead, but I'm confused because it's a 15. Why the hell is it on during the day? And the kids aren't exact. Well, one of them's, I suppose, 15, but the other one's not. Melissa. She's appeared with a cake, but decided to do a tarot reading instead. So Dad was out. Izzy was supposed to be watching them, but she's upstairs with the headphones on. Dad was flipping out. I can kind of understand why. So the film's a bit slow. I'm thinking it's more of a ghost film. It starts to build up, and then we have the bit where we've all been waiting for. We're like, yes, here we go. And it lasts for about 5 minutes. We're like, what? Like the ending bit, the bit that you kind of like in a ghost film or any kind of spooky film, you're kind of waiting for that bit, whatever it is. And you're still asking yourself, why? What the hell happened? So for me, it's a 3. If the ending was more in depth, it could have been a 4, but no, it's a 3. Or did it get? I can't remember what he got. A 3.7. So yeah, a 3. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed watching and listening to this film review of I forgot what it's called, The Remains. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Leave a comment below if you've seen this film. I've got other spooky stuff, I suppose, in my channel. You better find something, I think. Okay, thank you and goodbye.